right, everybody, welcome back to part 3 of this jump series progression. Today we're going to be focused on medium jumps. I'd say small to medium, and if you've never hit them before, I'm going to give you some tips on how to take those on. Alright, so we're here at our first small to medium jump. Now, just like before, before you even think about going to hit it, obviously check out the Park Smart sign, know all those rules, but also ride down there and take a look at what you're about to hit. There is a gap here that you got to clear. Alright, so we're gonna ride down and we'll take a look. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, so not bad. What I recommend, if you haven't seen my part 2 jump series, look at that, because you got to think about the approach, the takeoff, the maneuver, and the landing. Now on the approach here, the number one thing you're going to want is speed, because you're going to want to clear this landing. If you take a look at this clip from my girl Katie, she didn't have enough speed here, and as you can see, what we call casing the knuckle. Oh no! There's the knuckle. All right, so that's your approach. Take off just like before. You don't want to be leaning back, otherwise you might, fall right on your butt. Here's another example. Sorry, Katie, got to use you again. All right, let's rewind here and see how Katie got into this situation. Real simple. She came in way too fast, way too hot. She should have checked her speed a few more times. And she was leaning back, which resulted in okay, so you see there, taking off on your back seat is a nightmare in the air. Your maneuver, straight air. We might throw in something called a shifty, just because we're going to be in the air for a little bit longer than those smaller jumps. So it's just a matter of torquing your hips about 90 degrees and bringing it back. All right, what I recommend first, come down, take a look at it. Then second, watch one of your buddies actually come over and hit it. My buddy Cowboy Roy's here somewhere today. He's gonna meet up and we're just gonna watch him hit it. And then third, we'll follow him through, okay? Just a little progression to get more comfortable getting into there and clearing some gaps. All right, so I'd recommend that. I think we're gonna take a lap around and hopefully we can meet up with Kyle at the top. And maybe he's got a few tips for us too. All right. All right, so I found my buddy Cowboy Roy. What up, guys? Make sure you check his channel if you haven't. He's been putting out a lot of content lately. He's back on that YouTube game. So, like I said, first, if you haven't hit a jump with a gap, go down and take a look at it, or for any jump for that matter. Second, if you got a buddy, Cowboy rips the jumps. Find someone who's confident hitting jumps, definitely. You don't want to follow someone who's not that confident. And go and watch him hit the jump, to get a visual. And then we'll jump into the next step. Then you really got to ante up and follow your buddy through the jump. But for now, I'm gonna post up down there, Kyle. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm gonna post up on the left side, and we're just gonna, left side, strong side, and we're gonna see him get in the air. Cool. All right, Kyle, we'll see you down there. Do the jump. All right, we'll give Kyle the go ahead, and here he goes. Couple turns, watch the speed. Stuck, clean.
And just a reminder on the landing, as you're coming in, make sure you keep your knees flexed. That way your body is able to absorb the impact, and try to land with 2 feet at the same time.
All right, we're gonna ride down, take the chairlift back up, and it's time to follow him through the jump. Ooh, little knuckle. Perfect example, Kyle.
Yeah, I even felt I was going a little slow. Gave it a little extra pop just to make sure I made it over the knuckle. But yeah, that's the nice thing about the small to medium jumps is there's a lot of forgiveness.
Right on.
So,
thank you, Kyle.
yeah, of course.
We're gonna follow you on the next one?
Yep.
All right, let's head down. Cowboy's here to lead us through this little small to, I'd say, medium-sized jump.
From lip to knuckle, we're looking at about 10 feet.
Yeah. And the number one thing you'd say to make sure we focus on here?
Again, your approach, following your friend, getting that speed dialed.
So I'm gonna put you up here and we're gonna follow Cowboy through this jump. And watch when he's in front of me, watch how many turns he takes. Obviously, the more turns you take, it's gonna slow you down. So be aware of that. All right, Kyle.
All right, bud, let's get this.
All right.
Well, let's get back up there and let's send you on your own.
By myself?
By yourself.
I'm feeling confident, taking the proper progression.
Yep.
All right. Because after you do that, you feel so good. Whew, I had to cut there. But as I was saying, you really, if you're into snowboarding and you haven't hit the jumps yet, I strongly suggest following these jump progression videos I'm talking about, because it's so much fun being up in the air. I mean, it's got to be one of Kyle's favorite things.
Absolutely.
He's the one that got me doing jumps about a year ago. So now, you know, back to the tutorial. Now that I feel comfortable, or we feel comfortable, taking the proper steps to a small, medium-sized jump, now we have plenty to explore here. So we're gonna hit these two. Kyle's gonna follow me through. And then down to the right there is kind of like what we were just hitting. You definitely wanna push your progression, kind of push yourself, but it does help when you have a buddy.
One thing to add to, you know, anything is going to take a lot of practice to get comfortable. I still get butterflies on a lot of jumps. And the biggest thing when you start hitting smaller to medium jumps is you're going in blind. You can't see the landing, you can't see the knuckle. All you can see is the lip of the jump, and that's why the approach and the speed is so crucial to follow each other in, and repetition is going to get you to that good solid foundation, that good comfort level.
Yep. All right, we're gonna ride down. We feeling good?
We're feeling good.
All right, let's hit it.
What I'm signaling here is to stack yourself over your snowboard. Basically, have a nice balanced position over your snowboard where your shoulders are aligned with your snowboard, your knees are slightly flexed, and your hands are kind of over the tip and the tail in a nice athletic position. I went over it in part 2, just wanted to touch on it real quick here. I also wanted to point out the pop. If you watched me and Kyle in this tutorial, you've seen we have kind of popped off the jumps, meaning we are extending our knees as we are leaving the lip of the jump to give us a little more amplitude to help us either clear the gap or just get a little more air time. Just wanted to point that out.
All right, well, I'd say that's a wrap on this part 3 jump progression series. Look out for part 4 in about maybe in a week or 2, because we are going to be hitting some larger jumps. Maybe here, maybe Breck, maybe Keystone.
So,
Thanks for your help today, Kyle.
Of course, man. Super fun. Thanks for having me.
Yep, and I hope these tips help you guys out. Remember, progression. Take your time. Build. Until next time, keep shredding.